Apostle Moses Thatcher felt to add a few remarks to that which had been said by Apostle Richards this morning, and desired, if so led by the Spirit, to confine his remarks to matters which might be called temporal. It is an important question what we shall do with those who come into our midst from abroad. We send our elders to all parts of the civilized world, bearing the truth to those who will receive it. Such as do receive it are baptized, have hands laid upon them for the gift of the Holy Ghost, are organized into branches and conferences. We try to teach them economy and prudence, and when they have saved enough means themselves or are helped by others, they come to this or one of the surrounding territories. And it has sometimes seemed that we feel, when we get them here, to think our obligations to them have ended, and they are too often left to earn their bread among strangers as best they may. It has frequently occurred that many who are able and willing to work have been left for months without employment. The speaker did not approve of extending indiscriminate charity to those who were able to help themselves, for under certain circumstances charity was almost an evil. There is no question that there are many unemployed laborers in this city and the other large settlements of the territory. What can we do to prevent this condition of affairs? We can do much to remedy it by recognizing the great question of the day labor and capital. We do not need to cross the seas to see what the combination of wealth can do. We have the influence of rich capitalists in our land, and when we realize that 200 million acres of public land have been given to these corporations who do not pay their proportions of the burdens of the government, we can see the gravity of the case. These capitalists do not bear any of the burdens of taxation, and these fall upon those who earn their bread by the seed of their brow, who are not able to conceal their property. This condition of things has called into being the nihilists of Russia, the socialists of Germany, the Fenians and dynamiters of England, Scotland and Ireland, and in our own country, trades, unions, and brotherhoods. And this is the coming question of the age, the rock upon which many nations will be wrecked. Today, the result is contradiction, the placing of capital in safety in the vaults of banks. We are gathered here to be God's people, and if we cannot feel every man to trust and deal justly with another, we should at least feel that we have not come here to establish grades of distinction, but to love God with all our might, mind, and strength, which no man can do unless he loves his neighbor as himself. It was a source of gratification to hear in the report of ZCMI that the sales had fallen off 700,000 in the last year, and the speaker hoped that so far as the sale of imported merchandise was concerned, an equal falling off would be reported, offset, however, by an increase of $1 million in home manufactured articles. The report referred to had shown that 10% were of home production and 90% of outside manufacture. If in the next 10 years we can reverse this statement, it would be a creditable showing that no man will be able to say that the people of Utah are paying $500,000 interest a year to the world, which is the case today, and which is not an evidence of good financiering. We have been unwise and extravagant in the past, and have bought much that we could have done without. The speaker referred to several instances which had come under his own observation, where an absurd and in some cases ridiculous course had been taken in caring for property, for which the owners had to involve themselves to become the possessors of. The remedy for the condition of things which is confronting us lies in ascertaining how many are out of work, and then in furnishing it to them. Our own youth are growing up in idleness, and it is of the highest importance to furnish them some kind of employment, and this can be done by making the 90% of our merchandise sales of home manufacture. It cannot be denied that the substance of this people has been drained out of our country and poured into the coffers of the outsiders. If we continue this course in the future, as we have done in the past, we will continue to live from hand to mouth. There is no reason why we should not be the richest people of the earth, and if we had done as our leaders have counseled us, we would be. We could not regret hearing of the failures of such merchants as had dealt exclusively in outside manufactures and had brought the people into this sort of bondage. But he rejoiced in hearing of the propensity and success of every man or company engaged in home manufacture in seeking to add to the wealth and power of our communities.